another episode of Walk the Talk with Bulbeer. Today, I have this amazing young man sitting with me. Hi, Amit.
Hi, Bulbeer. Amazing is okay. Young is fine.
Okay.
And I believe that has been so courteous of you, and you've been so warm. Thank you
It
so much.
came from within, Amit. Honestly, it came from within.
I take all the compliments. Thank you so much. Coming from a lady is most important.
So, Amit Porwal is an interior designer at Icon Projects. And let's begin. So, tell me something. First of all, Amit, thank you so much for your time.
No
Really appreciate it.
I really appreciate. I like this, this initiative that I'm to say your team ABC is doing, and I believe Walk the Talk with Balbir is what probably every interior designer or an architect would look forward to. So I believe that I'm happy to be with you once again,
Thank you.
good that we are talking today.
Thank you. Thanks once again.
Right.
So tell me something that you have two offices, pan India.
Yeah.
How do you manage?
Well, I think it is not so difficult to manage when you have a great team. And the essence of Icon projects in the last 2 decades has been that we've been always fortunate to work pan India, and we realize that we have to cater one more office because it gets much more easier for coordination. Apparently, management is much more easier now because of the technology, and with the technology coming in, of course, things have been much more better than what it was earlier. But I realized that the passion of getting good work and getting clients which had faith in us, trust in us, is where led us to having multiple cities, and then one leads to another in this profession, as you know. And I don't have the appetite of saying no, so then
That's
we look
awesome.
forward.
That's so positive.
Yes.
So how many cities are you working in at the moment? Which are the ones?
Icon Projects is probably doing almost work. We have done work in almost say 16 states of India. Okay, all the way till Agartala. I believe, I don't know whether you know that.
Of
whether
course, I do.
So,
I have studied history and geography.
yes, of course, yes. But it is one place in the earth in India where when I reached Agartala for the first time, I realized that okay, here we are. So right now, currently, of course, we are working very largely in Maharashtra. Mumbai is, of course, one of the key areas that keeps us busy. We are there in the east in Calcutta and Bhubaneswar. These are two cities that we are very strong with as well. Largely they're in Nagpur now and Raipur, Delhi, and I think that's where we just try to see that wherever that we get good opportunity and good work, we would want to be there.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
I learned that Preeti Porwal has joined you. I mean, what better than, your better half, rather your best half joining you? That's awesome.
Yeah.
But what role does she play here?
So let me tell you that Preeti always had an inclination for design, and at one point of time, she was very keen that she invests her time more into lifestyle and design as a subject. And principally, she is a trainer, and she has been always into a lot of grooming and lifestyle grooming, and that's where she comes from.
Okay.
There was a time when I said that I need a partner now, which would help me, engage my studio much more better. Nevertheless, we have a good team, and then we tried that, and yes, she has always supported me almost for the last 25 years now. That we are getting celebrating our silver jubilee this year, 2024.
Congratulations!
And she joined us almost about 4 or 5 years ago, and I realized that the passion that she has, or the way she adapts styling and design, is something which comes so natural to her. My studio now is in fact more attached to Preeti, and I love that, and I love that. Yes, I would, and nothing would have been better than that. And I believe that we keep engaging into a lot of innovation in design, researching, and I think Preeti plays a large role now in IPIPL to ensure that, and that's why and she's the best half ever and forever.
So one question, do you take work home or does she take work home?
So there was principally one time that at a time when she was not with IPIPL, I would never take work home. Okay, because after a lot of travel, the family misses you, and then you can't take work home.
Correct.
But apparently now she takes work home, which I tell her that I don't want to discuss. We have an office in the morning, we can discuss. But then I believe that she is the one who would want to get things closed on that very day. So she takes work home, and that's a complaint.
I wouldn't take that as a complaint because I think that's a very good thing that she likes to complete
Yes,
the
yes,
job
she
the
does that.
same
Yeah,
day.
yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. I can't wait to meet her. I hope I do soon.
Yes, sure. You will be seeing more of her now. In fact, okay,
Aw.
and she's still trying to adapt to this fraternity. Okay, and
Sure.
I see in the days to come you
I'm
will
sure
be.
it's very easy to adapt with this fraternity because everyone is so warm, welcoming, and loving. Oh my God.
I believe Bulbeer, we are in the best fraternity here in
Definitely.
India and largely in Mumbai, where the warmth, the affection, the bond, professionalism is to the core. All right, and we love this kind of synchrony that we all have and the vibe that we are all gelling with. And nothing
It
can
makes
be
a
better
lot
than
of
this.
difference.
Yeah, yeah,
It
absolutely,
makes, it
absolutely,
makes work more healthy.
absolutely, absolutely.
So, also one more thing, concept to completion. What's your take on this philosophy?
See, this is when the college days, when this jargon or this term came into from the professors, concept to completion. And there's such a depth to it. I believe every studio possibly and probably believes in this, and we are no less or no
ABEC
other.
also believes in
I'm
this.
sure. And concept to completion is where you have visualized and you have conceptualized, and end of the day, you want your projects to be there the way you have completely dreamt with. Okay, is exactly what we like to do and we strive for. And nothing could be better than within this, because this is something which is inherited or in each one of us in icon projects, and that's where we stand for, concept to completion.
Perfect. And which has been your best design ever?
I'm sure this is not a question which you can ask a designer, because the best is always yet to come, and it's a regular
I
term.
like that answer.
But if you ask me, every project has a certain uh, journey. Okay, and in the journey that you learn in a project about delivering design, your mistakes, how you encompass upon that, you try to ensure that the next project is done more better. Okay, you've learned a lot from the earlier, and now what you want to do. So of course the hunger is there, and as I said, the best is yet to come. But yes, what we're doing now in the studio are something which we are so looking forward. And each year we decide that yes, this is something that we can achieve in this year. The next one is always going to be the best.
Awesome. What is your message to the young architects, interior designers who are still on their journey up here?
So let me tell you first, I am also in the journey. So
Okay, young girl
so I'm
I
very,
correct myself here.
so we are all in the race, and let me tell you that. See, if I tell you, I believe this generation is blessed. Okay, because with the technology coming in, with such a lot of exposure coming in. Okay, and what is happening is that for them it is getting much more easier to resource the subject than what we used to have.
Correct.
So our challenges were different, but their challenges are different either. When I learned with them or interact with them, I realized that probably their challenges is that they have a lot of exposure to what is digitalized, but when it comes to the practical handling, then they need to learn that as well. Okay, so my suggestion or advice to the young generation is that focus on the work activity in terms of not only on the design or what you can engage up, but end of the day you have to ensure that you have conceptualized and you have to complete it. So when you have to complete that, that's no less, because I believe the execution of the project is where everybody has to really step in, and I believe that they need to learn this technique more than anything else.
Coming to ASEC, tell me something about what would you like to say to us, to everybody about ASEC?
This is for Sumit and Balbir, and of course the entire Tech team. What can I say? I'm going to say in this country, okay, Tech is the mother of all events, okay, and I believe that. And when I tell this to you, I'm sure so many of them would accept this situation that you have you have laid the benchmark. And the best part is that we see that each and every year you are always trying to better than what you have set in the last year. So that urge, that zest, that energy from your team and yourselves, it's just amazing. It's it's such an inspiration that we get from your team. And I believe that Acetech is largely also very Acetech is responsible to take the Indian architecture and interiors known globally. Okay, because you have to understand that the interaction with if the fraternity has with international, so there has to be some stepping stone. There has to be some team which takes us there, and which you guys started so many years back. So I believe for us this has always been the mother of all the events, and I believe your team is really full of energy always, as you are, and Sumit is, and of course the family. I see, and I wish all the best for Tech. If I am to say, we so look forward every year that yes, this is the time, and there are calendars where people have where people mark down. Tech is happening these days. I will be in Bombay because I believe that the India travels here. I'm sure there are a lot of international travelers also. That's the kind of aura that you guys have created. So
thank you. That's so sweet of you.
Absolutely, we look forward to.
Thank you. Thank you, Amit. I love chatting up with you, and I'm sure you guys did too. So wait for us, and yes, do stay tuned for our next episode.
Thank you, Balbir, and I love this initiative from Tech and walk the talk with this amazing lady. I wish them all the best, and we look forward to keep engaging with all your events. Thank you so much.